Take a listen to Kyrie after the game.
Come on now. We uniting the whole world with this championship run. So I hope everybody with us. We uniting the whole world with this run. Stick with us, baby. Appreciate you guys.
I'm not sure how you can unite the whole world when your former team hates you in Boston. Anyway, we're joined by NBA analyst Chris Broussard. Marcellus, though, are the Bucks a legit threat to the Nets?
Legit threat?
Yes, sir.
You threw that word in there
right.
as
That's
well?
a legit threat to the Nets.
Nope. Word should have died with MC Hammer. Nope, that is not. They are not legit enough. My coach used to talk about butter knives. You caught that. My coach used to talk about butter knives. And butter knives are kind of like players, teams that can do some damage. Think about a butter knife. Like, you see a butter knife, somebody charging at you with a butter knife, there are two things going through your head. I'm going to know I'm going to be in a fight because this dude might slice me up a little bit, but he ain't going to kill me. Not with a butter knife. This team is going to put up a good fight. Honorable fight. Oh, my God, the Bucks go out there now defensively led because of Drew Holiday's presence. And then you think they're going to be able to shut down the Brooklyn Nets. As my coach would say, that butter knife better not kill you or you better not come back to this huddle. Same thing I'm thinking if I'm a Brooklyn Net. We better not lose to this team. Let me tell you why. If you were drafting right now, Acho, myself, Chris Broussard, we had to go to Venice Beach and start drafting. And we said, okay, put their starting fives both out there and let's start picking. You know when we're going to draft Giannis? Fourth. We're not even going to get the Giannis, their best player, to fourth. Think about it. You got Kyrie Irving, maybe the most skilled basketball player ever. You got James Harden, and whatever you want to call him, he's a whole lot. And then you got Kevin Durant, who's more than all of those. Man, that's crazy. There's not a single chance in hell this team puts up enough fight where they even take this to 7. I say Nets in 6.
You said we were at Venice Beach drafting?
Yeah, you want to go to Venice?
First off, Kyrie would be counting stars. James Harden would be spraying ones, and Kevin Durant would be on his phone tweeting. The only person who would be standing by the basketball court would be Giannis. So Giannis is getting drafted first. Now, yes, the Bucks pose a legit threat. I'm going to get out and take the lead on this and say the Bucks in 6. And I believe it, and I believe it for this reason.
Butter knife.
No butter knife. Bucks, 59. How about that? That's how many rebounds a game they average compared to the Nets, 41. When you talk about that, that to me says one thing. The Bucks are hungry right now. I will remind y'all, the Bucks beat a better team in the Heat than the Nets beat in the Celtics. The Heat are better than the Celtics, and the Bucks not only beat them, they beat them much more convincingly. So let's put some respect on their name. The Bucks have a clear leader in Giannis who gave you 24, 15, and 8 through round 1. Average margin of victory, 22.5 points en route to sweeping the Miami Heat. The Bucks also have matchups, and it's not that they have matchup problems. They just got matchups. Who's going to guard KD? Oh, we can throw Giannis on him.
Yeah, right.
Huh? What you mean, yeah, right? We can play 2020 Defensive Player of the Year
Slim,
on him. We can do that. We can throw Giannis on him. Oh, Kyrie. We can throw Drew on him. Oh, Harden. We want to throw PJ on him. We want to throw Harden on. Like, we can throw PJ Tucker, sir. Put some respect on his name. See, Chris, here's the problem. Here's the problem, Chris.
Play with him?
Marcellus does not want to give respect to where the respect is due. The Bucks beat the Nets the last 2 times they played them.
Without victory?
Giannis averaged 40 points in those games. The Nets can't do anything to stop a big presence.
They didn't even play.
Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks in 6.
CB, straighten this out.
Man, look, I thought I had issues with Marcellus' statement until I heard Acho's. All right? Acho, man, you throwing numbers out. 59 rebounds per game, 41 rebounds. Rebounds per game don't matter because they're not taking the same amount of shots. They're not missing the same amount of shots. At least give me a rebound percentage or something like that. That's what's really accurate.
I went to Texas.
Wow.
Nah, look, I do agree that the Bucks are a legitimate threat, but I'm going with Brooklyn. And where I disagree with Marcellus just pretty much dismissed the Bucks.
I did.
Now, he did say 6 games, which, okay, that's legit. I think 6 games, that's my pick. Brooklyn in 6. But I do take the Bucks seriously. And if you just dismiss the Bucks and we say they're a butter knife for Brooklyn, then the whole league is a butter knife. Because I think there's a legitimate argument to be made that this is the NBA Finals, especially with Joel Embiid's knee issues. I mean, he has a small tear in his meniscus. Who knows when we're going to see him or how effective he'll be once we do see him. The West has some really good teams. but it certainly can be argued that Milwaukee is better than anyone in the West. So this could be the NBA Finals. So it's legit. The Bucks, one thing I like about them, obviously they added Drew Holiday, they added P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton has really matured. And from the game winner in Game 1 against Miami to every game in that series consistently scoring at a high percentage. Historically has not done that. Last year he shot 41% against Miami. This year, 54%. 2 years ago against Toronto when they lost those 4 straight games, he had a 6-point game, a 9-point game. Ugh. You can't have that from your second scorer. But now he seems to have matured to where he's a legitimate second scorer. And to be honest, and this is one of the Bucks' problems, he's their go-to guy. You guys know I'm right. Giannis is the best player. Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to I need a bucket,
that's fair.
Especially at the end of the game, who they going to?
That's fair.
They're going to Chris Middleton. And the fact is, as much as I just praised him, he is not good enough to be the go-to guy on a championship team. And Marcellus said this. He said Giannis is fourth. That's arguable. I would take him in at the very lowest third behind Harden and KD. But Chris Middleton, the Nets have 3 go-to guys better than Chris Middleton. And so you guys know in the playoffs, especially when we get to that 4th game, that 5th game, that 6th game, where you know everybody's tendency. Mm-hmm. We know what they want to do. We know when they look this way, how many dribbles they're going to take. You know everything about your opponent. At that point, I just need somebody that can break you down. And you know what I'm doing, but you still can't stop me. And that's Kyrie, that's KD, and that is James Harden. And I don't know if the Bucks have a guy like that. So I'm going with Brooklyn in 6, but I do have a little more respect for the Bucks than I think Marcellus does.
Man, you just being nicer to him. Look, when I'm coming through to come get you, I ain't sending the card first. You just sending the card first. But guess what? Brooklyn in 6. Brooklyn in 6. We say the same damn thing. So you can be nice all you want. I'm just telling them after the 6th game, y'all going to be in Cancun. I love your point, though, because the go-getters are on the Brooklyn Nets. When you have to go to playoff basketball, playoff football, playoff in any sport, it's plan B, plan C. Ask Julius Randle right now in his struggles in terms of defensive coverages and what's your plan B, Julius, because we're going to throw something at you that you haven't seen before or you haven't conquered. That's playoff basketball. And last time I checked, Giannis hasn't conquered playoff basketball just yet. You throw in Drew Holiday as your galvanizer, but Chris Middleton has been there for a couple years. So this is what happens. You're saying, okay, Drew Holiday is going to be the difference maker for us. Okay, what happens if you get down to the Brooklyn Nets? Because you're probably going to be down to the Brooklyn Nets, at least in scoring. Why? Because the Brooklyn Nets, big 3, had the most points per game by a trio in a playoff series in NBA history. So you're going to be down. Now, if you don't survive that moment, the doubt birds start to circle, and you start to say, here we go again. Oh, no, Drew Holiday's going to save the day. No, he's not, because he's not the playmaker that the Brooklyn Nets possess. Let's talk about these Brooklyn Nets once again, because they led the playoff teams in points per game and are 3rd in field goal percentage and 2nd from 3. Who are they going to play against? The Bucks. 2nd most turnovers, 12th in 3-point percentage, and you stop it, 4th worst free throw shooting team. And Giannis's numbers are down in the playoffs compared to the regular season. So when I'm talking about drafting a team, and I said, yeah, I got KD 1. Okay, 2. Give me Harden because he's bigger. 3, Kyrie. All right, Giannis, you get in here 4th, but play center. You know why you're playing center in this draft? Because you got to just get the rebounds. We are not looking at you to be a playmaker. We're not looking at you to be efficient out there because his numbers are down. He's just going to be overmatched, guys. It's just that simple. Sorry. Brooklyn in 6. Coming up, LeBron went to the locker room before the game was over last night. Tell you what a first round